Hello, y'all, and welcome to another episode of Lena, Sassy Classy Creative, my YouTube page. Sure, that's the introduction today. It's nothing more frightening than to get stung by a bee. I'm walking out the house, got all this shit in my hand, and a bee or whatever that, I don't know if it was a bee, a wasp, or something, just flew on me. And I screamed really loud, so my neighbors probably heard it. Anyways, I know y'all missed this face, this gap. But, yeah. Oh, look, I got air in my car. I think the last episode that I talked to y'all was, I didn't have no air in my car. But I got it fixed yesterday. And, let's see, we got to catch up some more. Life has just been lifing for real, y'all. Oh my God. I just can't take it anymore. Nah, seriously though. Where we are in this economy and the state of a recession and the Great Depression, it's just really hard out here, y'all. It's getting harder. And it's just crazy. Like, I don't want to watch the news too much, but you gotta be informed a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta be informed, because if you thought you was gonna be traveling this week or whatever, you gotta be informed now, because the TSA agents are at the airport, and it's just causing so many flight delays for people, and people can't get home. People can't get to their destination, you know, so it's just really, really different right now. And everything is just so expensive. Like, it's triple the cost of living right now. There was a YouTuber, or excuse me, an Instagram post that I saw. This guy in a reel. This guy's real, and he basically was saying like 50,000 in 2019 a year, making 50,000 in 2019 was a comfortable amount of money back then.
I am not going to be gaslit by y'all, because I know for a fact 50K was a comfortable salary before COVID, and I have proof of this. Before we get started, let me just show y'all what the numbers look like. I didn't have a 401k, and I paid for health insurance outside of my job because it was trash. This is what my amount was each check. I got paid twice a month, $1651.19. Back in 2019, that is when I had got my first big boy job, and I was making $50,000, or I think it was around like $55,000. But my rent for a 1-bedroom apartment was $945. Now, I'm not making this up. Y'all look, y'all see, that is the same apartment complex. I want y'all to guess what the rent is. Just guess. Now, I just want to point out to y'all, this was for a lease that was only 8 months. And if you know, you know, the shorter the lease term, the more expensive it is. I was paying $945 for an 8-month lease. Today, they no longer offer an 8-month option, but even dropping it down to 11, you're still looking at $1,741 for that same 1-bedroom apartment. Now, when you look at my expenses, rent, car, and mind you, I had a nice car. This was my car. I bought a 2-year-old BMW 3 Series. Look at all of my expenses back in 2019. My total monthly expenses was $2,635, and after all the bills were paid, I still had $667 left over that I could blow on anything. I could take that and buy a flight. I could go hang out with friends. I can use that $667 on whatever it is that I want. Mind you, that's after I've already deducted $500 for savings. Before anyone make a comment about the light bill being so low, even today, if you look, this was my current billing period. My light bill is only $85. I have never had a high light bill. I don't know what y'all are doing to get high light bills. I never have a high light bill. Fast forward to today, if you take that same salary, that same apartment complex, you take today's average car payment, all the other bills and expenses, you're negative. You're literally negative. This is off of the same salary, $50,000. When I made that last video talking about 50K being a mama I made it salary, I was being sarcastic. I didn't mean that quite literally, but the whole point of the video was to show and explain that you could live comfortably, have a nice vehicle, and still have money left over and not be worried or paycheck to paycheck.
It's crazy because honestly, I've never had a career that paid me that much. I've never had a job that paid me that much. I'm trying to get there now, but it sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. I feel like I've been underselling myself, but I've never made that amount of money as a paycheck. I was really grateful at one point just to make $40,000, but that was pre-COVID. I mean, either pre-COVID or after, a little bit after COVID too. So, but everybody knows in news, you don't make the most money. You don't make the most money in news. I thought I would, but I didn't. That's another reason why I had to get out. It's definitely not worth the stress. But anyway, but he was just saying that it was a comfortable fact of living back then, but now it's not. $50,000 is not enough money. I don't think $60,000 is enough money. The other thing is, didn't necessarily have to have roommates back then, and we didn't necessarily have to have it. Now, I cannot. If I still stayed at the news station and living in what the economy is right now, I would be in trouble. And I couldn't work a second job because the job was so demanding. It's not like and the hours are crazy. It wasn't like I would be able to do that. So I would have to have a roommate in this time of age. But you know what? I don't even need to get over my bad player. I would have to have a roommate in this time, but I don't need that. I didn't want to have a roommate. Nothing is wrong with it, but you're going to have one now. I don't know, unless you have more streams of income and you're able to do that. And I know that's why people get into real estate. I know that's why people get into other jobs and stuff, careers. I see a lot of my classmates have gone into being electrician technicians, sorry. And I guess they're doing well with their life, but I'm just trying to figure this whole thing out. A lot of people are getting laid off. A lot of people are getting jobs, and companies can't really afford to pay people right now. I'm not here to complain about what's going on in the world. If you live in America, you know what's going on in the world, and it's just and what's going on in our country, and you know what's going on in the world. So it's just a lot, and it's affecting us all. But anyways, that's just my little intro, 6 minutes of what's going on in the world. Life is still lifing. I do not have a job. I still don't have a job. I have been still taking unemployment checks. Throughout this process, I think I've been unemployed for almost 3 months. Not a full 3 months, but almost 3 months. And I have only had one job interview throughout this process, which is kind of discouraging. But it is what it is. I just keep on trying. I just keep on updating my resume. I just keep having someone to look at my resume to help me. I have found a partner, not a partner, that's not the right word. I have found a mentor for someone that works in someone that is a freelance marketing director, or marketing, that has a degree in marketing or communications, but that's in marketing. I guess that's what I should just say. I have a mentor that's in marketing. That's what I'm trying to say. That lighting is crazy. But she's been helping me with my resume and telling me like things to what to do, to how to apply, take remote jobs if possible. Like she's been giving me a lot of things to assist me in this field, and what to do and what to look for, how to show myself, make portfolios and things like that. So I appreciate the work, things that I already know, but maybe some things that can that probably need to be retweaked, refreshed in my mind. My mind has been cloudy lately, so I have someone that wanted to take me under their wing to help me get paid, and I'm all for that. So what else has been going on? That's all I'm gonna tell y'all right now. I'm gonna come back and then let y'all know. I'm at Sleepyhead Coffee, one of my favorite coffee shops in Chat, and I'm finna do some little work here, do some things here. I'm still unemployed, but I'm about to work on some things, clear my head and stuff. I can't do things in the at home, in my house, in my parents. I mean, I can't do stuff in my room. I get distracted. So maybe I'll edit some shit or whatever. I got this too. But anyways, I'm about to go in here and work on some things. And I have so much to tell y'all within this last month. So get ready, get freaky ready. Okay, so I just finished studying interview questions for this interview that I have coming up. I don't know if I even said that to y'all. That's what I was doing before I left. That's what I was doing at the wonderful Sleepyhead. So yeah, I'm on my way to talk to y'all. I guess I don't have much to do today, other than that. But so much is going on in my life. It's just crazy. All right. So I am in the car right now. So grateful to have air in my car again. Oh my gosh. The weather has been up and down, cold, hot, freezing, super hot. And then I guess we back to normal now, but it's pollen season and it's dusty out here. Like, it's so dusty. Like, it looks dusty. Like, you know how like you see like, I don't know, it just looked dusty. I was gonna say, like, you know how you see an old picture and you need to dust it off or something when you're looking at a frame or something, like a picture frame or something, and it's dusty and you dust it off, blow it off, and it's like, oh, here's the picture. That's what it looks like outside. And it, of course, it's my car. My mom said she sprayed some water on it, like just rinsed it off a little bit, and it's right back dusty. But it's just dusty outside. The pollen is just ridiculous. And it's almost as ridiculous as if it was when I was in Georgia. Like, I remember my car being lime green, and I had a black car at the time. But anyway, so yeah, I just told y'all I was doing interview questions today. I have an interview coming up. I'm excited about that. I think I told y'all I was unemployed for almost 3 months, and I hadn't had any interviews or job offers or anything. It's just been like a real slow process. And yeah, so in the midst of that, I have had a sense of distraction. So I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about that. So let's go into... So I want to give y'all like a little dating update. All right. So I have been talking to this guy. I'm going to call him Charles. I have been talking to Charles for like 3 months. I met him online on Facebook dating. He was from Memphis. And we had been talking for about 3 months. Yeah, we met in like December, I think. Honestly, I think I met him like, I started messaging him when I stopped talking to the young guy I was telling y'all about. But anyways, so we had been talking for 3 months. In the beginning, he seemed like he was very interested. That's why I continued. And he was just asking very good questions in the beginning. It wasn't just like, what's your favorite color? What do you know, it wasn't just those type of questions. It was kind of like, what qualities do you like in a man? What's something that a man can do to put a smile on your face? I forgot. He was asking really good questions to make me want to engage with him. And like we had rapid questions like going on back and forth and stuff. I honestly can't even remember what all the questions were in the beginning, but it was just so kind of charming and refreshing a little bit because he showed so much interest in the beginning. And I really like how he paced everything. In the beginning, we talked on Facebook dating for like a month before he asked me for my phone number. And once we started, talking on the phone, it wasn't an all day thing, but we kind of just texting, was consistent for like from January to February. And it was cool. We were sending pictures to each other. He complimented me all the time. I would do the same. We just kind of genuinely got to know each other, and it was fun. And then he came in March. Well, this month, by the time y'all see it, it'll still be March. But in March, he, took a trip to come visit me. That was like 2 weeks ago. And I was impressed by the plan to even come to meet me in my city. I don't know if you all know, but Chattanooga to Memphis is like a 5 to 6 hour drive, depending on which route you take. But he was just very nice about wanting to visit me. And we got his hotel here. And before he got here, though, I just kind of asked him, like, well, you saying that you're wanting to come visit me, what does that mean? And he was like, it means I want to see you. And I think we should at least see each other now and see if we actually like each other. So later on, we won't have to worry about that. And I just thought that was very thoughtful. I thought it was confident. I mean, I think that's what you're supposed to do when you're interacting with someone, getting to know someone that's real fresh. But to make sure that y'all have the same chemistry on and off the phone. Because we FaceTime and send pictures to each other. But I just thought that was the right answer that I needed to hear. Like, to make sure that we like each other now instead of figuring out later on in the road. And I thought that was good. And needless to say, I thought it was, like I said, I thought it was impressive that he did travel to come see me. So he spent the whole weekend here. On the first day, I took him to my favorite restaurant in Chattanooga, and we ate there. And then we went to this place called Therapy, which is like a black-owned cigar lounge here, or hookah lounge here in Chattanooga. And we listened to people do karaoke. It was fun. It was a vibe and everything. And then the next day, it was the weekend of St. Patty's Day. And, we kind of, I showed him around the city. I showed him around, like, where, like, these parks are. And I just showed him, like, where all the areas of my friends and where we chill, what we like to do. Like, I showed him some speakeasies in the city. Like, these are the things that I do while I'm here. These are the restaurants I go to by myself, too. Like, I'm just showing him that this is my life here. And I think he enjoyed the city a lot. I think he enjoyed Chattanooga. I think I was a hell of a tour guide for whatever we did. And, I took him to, like, the bowling alley downtown, Southside Social. And, we kicked it. The next day, we went to brunch. And apparently there was a tornado threat in Memphis, so he had to leave earlier than expected. Like, I think he was trying to leave like around noon, or not noon. We were supposed to meet around noon that day. I think he was supposed to leave like around 2 in the afternoon, but he had to leave like a few hours early because he just didn't want to, because of the tornado watch, I guess. So he left early, and that was cool. But unfortunately, it sounds good, but we are no longer talking anymore. There are a few things that I will say about Charles. I think, like, while we were getting to know each other, I was getting comfortable with interacting with the guy, getting those text messages, those calls and everything, or sending pictures out and calling and texting too. Like, I was comfortable with that. But meeting in person, I just kind of figured out that I'm just not ready to be tied down to anything seriously. I'm not saying that he asked me to be with him right then and there, but I just don't feel like I'm ready to even get to that level or anything, because I have a lot on my plate right now, and I just can't give somebody all of me. I have to first gain some financial security, and then I don't necessarily want to live in Chattanooga much longer. I'm interested in relocating into a new city, a new state, and I just don't think that he would have been able to adapt to that enough. I think where he is in Memphis, he is comfortable where he is. He has all his necessities there. Maybe the only thing he needs is a girlfriend, or the only thing that he is looking for right now is a girlfriend. I don't know, or a friend, or something like that, a companion. We all are, but I just don't think that we're aligned all the way for that reason. The other thing is, our interaction the first day we met was a little awkward, considering that we had been talking for like 3 months. I know we both had nerves, and I was wanting to chalk it up to nerves, but his behavior just seemed like it was kind of negative overall in the beginning, or like for our first reaction, it was just very negative for me. Like, when I was calling him, when he got on the road, I called him and was like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he was like, he's getting on the road, and he was complaining about this mountain drive, which was kind of, I was taken back from that, because considering that you knew that there was a mountain from Memphis to Chattanooga, why are you complaining about that? And that energy from the morning before he even got to Chattanooga kind of carried over all the way into our evening on Friday night. Now, I was a good sport to be nice with him, but I just felt like You know, when you have that feeling like you just know in the beginning. And when we first met, I was kind of like, hey, what's up? I'm so happy to see you, Charles. And he was kind of like, hey, you know, it was like that. It was like, let's go get something to eat. And it was so, I'm telling y'all, I was confused. Like, yes, I know that he had drove like 5 hours, but me personally, if I know I'm on my way to see somebody that I actually like, I don't give a damn about a mountain. I don't give a damn about how long the drive is. I'm coming to see you. I'm excited. I just have those butterflies and interest to see you. And I'm not saying that I was supposed to expect myself from him or my interaction, but it just felt like it was very dry, our first interaction. And I can tell, like, just looking at him, like, this wasn't gonna go as what I thought. And like I said, that energy carried over throughout the evening. He complained about the restaurant. He complained. He kind of was cool at the lounge and laughing at people when we went to go see karaoke. But he was just kind of just grumpy the first day. And for somebody that showed all this interest into me the first, from all the way up into 3 months, it was just very, very weird. So, I did talk to him about that, and I didn't see much accountability in our conversation, which told me a lot early during this time. And I just kind of felt like, you know what? I don't even really like you enough to continue this. I think he's a great guy. I think he has a lot of things going for him, but I just don't think that we're aligned. He would be a great partner for someone else just like me. So, I'm back outside. Not really. I'm just probably just gonna put dating on a back burner for another while. I'm not gonna force anything. I know I've had a video about that, about my love life, and I was very adamant about I'm not forcing anything anymore. But there were also some type of qualities that I was missing from this guy. I did like the interest, and he bought me a gift too. I forgot to say that he bought me a gift for brunch. At brunch, he gave me a candle and some wine, and he put it in a pink bag. I thought that was very intentional. Pink is my favorite color, by the way. I thought that was very intentional and very nice. But some of the other things that I wasn't used to seeing, or that I didn't see in this guy, is just kind of like, I like learning from men a little bit, the guys that I'm interested in. Like, I like for a guy to teach me something new. I'm attracted to like intelligence and confidence too, and I just like being inspired by a guy. Now, Charles probably like could be the opposite. He like being inspired by a woman, and that's dope too. But I just did not feel that connection meeting him in person. So that's that. The other thing that was weird about that weekend, it was like the weekend of Friday the 13th, and before we were supposed to meet, I actually caught a flat tire. So that delayed a lot of our time before the time we were supposed to actually meet that day. And he might have been grumpy because he was hangry, but I mean, his hotel was next to a pizza place, and I was very communicative, like, hey, there's a restaurant next to you, go get something to eat or something, just to let him know that, I'm trying to be warm and welcoming, but he just was grumpy all day. I don't know. But anyways, that's neither here or there. I hope Charles finds the love of his life, and it just isn't me. Yeah, so that is what happened there. Listen, I also found out that I am in the midst of getting scammed. I am getting scammed, y'all. So apparently someone is somebody in Jackson, Tennessee. Now this is funny because it is West Tennessee. But anyway, somebody is in Jackson, Tennessee claiming that I hit their car, and my black car, that I did a hit and run in my black car in Jackson, Tennessee. And I was in the parking lot and I ran into their car, and they have my license plate number apparently, and that's how it's got tracked back to me. So now I got this law firm calling me talking about I owe them money, and I'm like, I'm not paying y'all anything. It's almost $2,000 apparently, but I'm like, I'm not paying y'all nothing because that's not my car. I mean, because my car is down. I haven't driven my car in 2 years. So I said I can't even get out of check right now. So how would I do that? And then the date was in they're saying that I did this in like October of 2025 or something like that. And I'm like, yo, this is absolutely a lie. I was like, what? I haven't even driven that car in years, and I haven't been to West Tennessee. So that's what's happening. It's definitely a scheme that Ty set up to come to me with the bullshit, and I am not happy about that. So that's what the hell has been going on with me. Oh yeah, I'm doing my weight loss journey. I am so happy about that. I don't know if y'all can see it in my face. You can see it in my like top area. I have lost like 11 pounds right now. I been in this program since the beginning of March. It's called the 40-day turn up, and I'll go ahead and insert a clip here. This is me doing the detox. All right, y'all, I'm in the kitchen at home. So this is the detox juice by Dr. Joe, and I have my distilled water. And this is what I'm gonna be drinking for for the whole day. So just one moment. I don't have a measuring cup, so I'm gonna pour this out. It smells good. I'm gonna just pour this in here. This is Carter, everybody, my baby. Then I'm gonna pour 16 ounces of this into this. Okay. So this is 16 ounces. Now I'm supposed to put 16 ounces, the juice, into here. Okay. So the detox juice is in the distilled water. I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit. And then this is what I'll be drinking for the next 2 days. Alright. Wish me luck. Oh, y'all want to see how it tastes? I know. Hold on just a second. Okay, I just shook it up just a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and pour it into the glass here. I'm supposed to drink this like every hour, I guess. it's real sweet. It tastes like cranberry juice. It is the cran apple, but it's really sweet. It tastes like cranberry juice. Sweeter than what I expected, considering that it's mixed with distilled water, but it still has a natural taste of juice. I like it. I'm not just saying that because I'm vlogging either. It tastes good. All right, well, I will see y'all later. Bye. And yeah, that's kind of how it went. From that detox, I think I lost like 6 pounds. And then week after week, I've been doing this and I've lost about 2 pounds. Well, no, I've lost like 1 pound or 2 pounds per week. And it's a challenging process. Like, we did the 2-day detox at the beginning of the program, and then the next week we had like a fruit and water fast, and then we did that for 2 weeks, and then this particular week we just did like a water fast, and that water fast ain't no joke. That was crazy. But overall, I have lost 11 pounds in this process. I kind of want to show y'all like a little before and after, but I haven't been taking enough pictures to document everything. But yes, I am 11 pounds down, and I'm so blessed and happy about that. I feel good. I sleep good. I feel like my skin looks a lot better because I've been eating like cuties, mandarin oranges, and they're like it's filled with vitamin C. So I mean, I'm kind of getting my glow from that. And then just drinking a lot of water. I had to give up some things like alcohol. Really can't have alcohol. I'm not supposed to have any alcohol. I'm not supposed to have any caffeine. Have not had any bread. Can't eat any pasta, any potatoes, any rice. It's a real strict diet where we're kind of just focusing on protein and vegetable carbs. So, and plant-based. So that's what I've been eating. Mostly eggs and salmon and lettuce wrap burgers. Just a whole bunch of alternates, and I'm just really training my brain and my body to live a clean and healthier life. And I looked at this video of Kelly Rowland, and her body is tea, but my girl was only eating like sardines. She had like a can of sardines, Roman lettuce, and 2 eggs that was like chopped, boiled eggs or something that was like chopped in the middle, half in the middle, and chopped in half. And I was like, that's all she eats. She put some olive oil on it too. And I was like, that's all she eating. But then I thought about it and looked how good she looked. Like, yeah, that's all she eating, and that's all I pretty much been eating too. But it's really fun. I've gained so much energy, and I've gained some, and there's a lot of accountability partners throughout this whole program. It's not just you got to eat this way. Like, I have to meet with a coach and stuff about this, and I think it's about 12 of us in a group or something. So there's like a lot of accountability things to help us focus throughout this whole process. It's not just something like that you can fall off on. It's real easy to stay on task. I mean, at least for me it is. So yeah, those are all the things that I've kind of been working on over the last month or so. Now this situation, my blog, y'all, I would love to vlog every week. I do. But I get real moody, okay? I get discouraged sometimes. I get in my head and stuff. Not because of this job. It's just it's a lot going on in the world, and there are a lot of days where I just don't want to be creative. I just don't want to be creative, and I don't want to put out anything. So that's kind of why these vlogs have been along, sporadic, not intentional, but those are the things. That's why I can be better. I can do better. But yeah, that's just what's been going on lately. So, all right, I guess I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful day. And